Is it too late now to watch the show? No, we're airing it tomorrow. It's called the Late Night Yesterday Tonight Show. So sit back and watch with all your friends. Make sure you stay till the very end.
Please, welcome to the Late Night Yesterday Tonight Show. The show that's filmed live but isn't aired until the evening the next solar interval. And speaking about solar intervals, we're going to go to break? Okay, we're going to go to break. Sit tight, don't go away, and we'll be right back. Thank you, and welcome back. The first celebrity to appear on the Late Night Yesterday Tonight Show is the frontman for an indie electronic rock, hip-hop, dance, soul band, The Recycled Vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome lead singer Masland Carlton.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. How have you been?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You're very much welcome. And let's go ahead and start the interview off by talking about your band name, The Recycled Vibes. Can you tell me a little bit how your title came into being, The Recycled Vibes? How did you come up and finalize that name? Because that's quite an interesting name.
Right. So, ever since I was a little kid, I would listen to a lot of songs on the radio. And even if it was a brand new song, I feel like I'd heard it before. Like it was familiar. And I realized at that moment that every vibe is recycled. And that's what inspired the name of the song.
Well, as one great wise man said, nothing's new under the sun. So I guess you're right about that. Now,
Very true.
Let's go ahead and talk about this tweet that you made, that you posted onto Twitter. It's here on the screen down here. This is a tweet that you posted with a picture, and the caption is this someone's dog? And can you go ahead and tell us about this picture? Go ahead and tell us, because this is the picture that really made you famous, went viral. I'm just wondering how that came into being there. How did you, and why did you decide to post it?
Right. So, it was a very unfortunate day, and fortunate at the same time. Like you mentioned, it did kick off my whole career. So, mixed feelings right now when I'm speaking about it. Okay. I'm sorry if I get emotional. It happens sometimes. But
what tissue box around here somewhere?
Yeah, I might need it. So what happened was I was picking up my dog from the vet, right? And took it home, or what I thought was my dog.
Okay.
But when I took a closer look at home, you see my dog has a white spot on its ear. And I looked at its ears, both its ears, neither one had a white spot.
You said dog.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my dog.
Okay.
So I was like, this isn't my dog. This is someone else's dog. So I freaked out a little bit. Like, I went crazy. I took a couple deep breaths. I was like, I need to find the owner. I can't imagine how much this dog's owner is freaking out right now because their dog was pretty much stolen from the vet, right? So I posted on Twitter, and I said, is this someone's dog? In hopes to find the owner. Because as you know, I have a lot of followers on Twitter. Three and a half. I thought I had more, but anyways. So word did get out. A couple news channels covered it, and we found the dog's owner.
You found the owner? Well, that's really good. Yeah. But
pretty good.
You do know that that's a cat.
I'm sorry. What?
You know that's a cat. The ears.
That would explain the claws too. When I was grabbed. Okay. Can we talk about something else?
Yes, we can. That's the Twitter post that made you famous. Speaking about famous, Josh Masland was also featured on More People magazine. And may I add, new record, just 3 days after posting that picture on Twitter. So completely viral. More People magazine got in contact with you and did this photo shoot. And you were named the best looking man of December.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the photo shoot. How did that go? It seems like they they didn't jump the gun. I mean, no, you're good. I mean, just tell us about the photo shoot.
Well, before I talk about that, I'm going to point out right here, it says eat healthy with kale.
I saw that.
That was actually one of my secrets as to why I'm so healthy, and they publicized it. I'm a little bit upset at More People magazine for doing that.
Okay,
but
well, we love More People magazine. It's a great company. So
as far as the photo shoot goes, it was decent.
Decent.
That's one of the photos that came out of that. They actually had me skydive from the Empire State Building as well, but that photo didn't turn out because, like when the wind's coming and you open your mouth.
Well, I mean,
your mouth.
I've never done it.
Bloats. It was comical, but not what they were looking for.
Not what they were looking for.
And I'm glad they weren't looking for that too. So.
Well, that's good. That's good. And it also mentioned in here in your magazine that you do have a family. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute. Yeah. I heard you have two kids. One of them is turning 2 next week, and the other is 7 months old. Here they are up on the screen. A picture you posted on Instagram. Very cute family.
What are you talking about? Those are not my kids. I don't have kids. Dude, that's too much. I'm out.
No, I wasn't making... No. I seriously thought that they were your kids. Okay. Masland will hopefully be returning later this evening to play us out with one of his songs from their new album, You Seem Familiar. Also coming up, another interview with Dr. Camdem E. Carroll. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. For our final guest of the night, please welcome the man who graduated with flying colors from Harvard, Stanford, and John Hopkins University, Dr. Camdem E. Carroll.
It's good to be on the show.
Now, Dr. Camdem, you've pretty much taken the medical industry by storm.
That's right.
You graduated not only from Harvard, one of the best schools in the world, but you also graduated from Stanford and John Hopkins University. And I'm reading here that you cured 3 diseases in one afternoon just because...
That is correct.
Just because you felt like it. I mean, come on. That's incredible.
I had a free time after classes while I was at Harvard. And I had a couple ideas, and they actually turned into 3 cures. So that was a really good afternoon.
How long did that take you? I mean, obviously one afternoon, but I mean, how long did you spend on
in terms of curing disease, it took pretty short. It was only probably about 10 hours. I went pretty late into the night. It was about 1 o'clock when I finally went to bed, but I mean, that's pretty short when it comes to curing 3 diseases.
I'd say so. My goodness. Now, I've also heard that you've just published your new book.
Yes,
Can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
It's called Sick as a Dog. Thank you. Now, I wrote Sick as a Dog as sort of a tool to use when measuring one's sickness, because we know sick as a dog is an expression used to indicate a level of sickness, because if you're sick as a dog, it's pretty sick. So it just has a lot of useful information about diagnosing how sick you are and proper treatments to use at each level of sickness. And you can read all about this in my book, Sick as a Dog.
Okay, well that's great information and a great topic to be educated on. Now, Dr. Camdem, since you've created your first book, you've published it, you're
Sick
out of
as a Dog.
Yes, we know the name of the book, and since you're out of university now, what are you working on these days?
Well, a couple of my co-scientists, you could say, are working on a new project to use fire ants for inside the body in microsurgery.
Okay, microsurgery.
Yes,
and
sir.
You said fire ants.
Yes.
Why fire ants?
Well, multiple reasons. Number one, they're small. They're small enough that they can get in the body. They don't obstruct the lungs if they accidentally fall into your lungs. And that has happened a couple of times, but we don't need to go into all of that.
Let's just.
Okay. Okay. And they are the most intelligent of all of the ant species. And they're also just the perfect size because you have some ants like those electronic ants. I'm not quite sure their name. I don't know what they're called. They were way too small. They would just get lost, and they were really pointless. They couldn't do anything. And then you had bullet ants. Well, 2 things with them. First of all, they're really big, and they would obstruct something. And second of all, if they bit you, man, you have to do twice the surgery. So we decided on fire ants for multiple reasons. And the fire ants are just incredibly intelligent. They're architects. They can build stuff. They can cross gaps. They're just the most intelligent.
I did not know that. I'll have to do a little bit.
A lot of interesting research.
A little bit of more research on fire ants.
You can get a glimpse of all of this in my book, Sick as a Dog, as well.
Okay, and what are you doing for your community, Doctor?
Well, I mentioned my team of scientists. They're actually working at Camdem Community College that I set up just to sort of give back to the community that raised me and really inspired me in a lot of my work and inspired me to go on to 3 colleges.
Wow, that's really quite amazing. You set up your own community college.
I did.
When did that happen? Because, I mean, you just got out of university. I mean, for crying out loud.
Right.
I mean,
it happened right after Harvard, right? Because I had a lot of funding for these when I cured these 3 diseases. Those sold pretty quick because a lot of people are sick, and that's useful for the medical industry. Okay. And I used a lot of that money to build myself a new house, which is really nice. And I decided to just give back to the community, like I said, and I built a fairly nice community college where we're doing some pretty advanced research.
Wow. Well, that is a great thing. And a great thing to give back to your community.
You can also get a glimpse of what I've done in my...
Dr. Camdem E. Carroll, folks.
Thank
you so much for being on.
It was good to be on the show.
Please don't go away. After the break, we'll be right back, and we'll have a concert with Masland from the Recycled Vibes. Thank you so much. Don't go away. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, performing their hit single, It'll Work Out, from their debut album, You Seem Familiar, the Recycled Vibes.
Working is tough, working is rough sometimes, but it's a good way that I know how to make money. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. Just remember that it makes you money. When your boss gets upset, still you gotta pay your rent. Don't quit or you'll lose your house forever. Persevering would be more clever. Unless your boss is totally not cool at all, then you better get another job. So just keep on working so you can afford to buy this song. I just tried to sell my song within my song. Is that wrong? Some people would say that that's my job, and it's good to work hard at your job.
Well, I thought that went pretty well. Thank you for joining us for our first show. If you liked what you saw, subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, show your hatred by subscribing anyway. We know which one of our subscribers hate our channel. Just trust me, just subscribe. It's the worst thing that you could do to us, honestly. Until next time, I'm your host, Braydon Coyer, and this has been the Late Night Yesterday Tonight Show. Subscribe.
Is it too late now to watch the show? No, we're airing it tomorrow. It's called the Late Night Yesterday Tonight Show. So sit back and watch with all your friends. Make sure you stay till the very end.